Hi. Last week, or whenever I decided to upload this, was March 7th, which marked the 25th anniversary of the original Sailor Moon anime. It was also my birthday on that day, so I thought it'd be nice if I did a nice little top 10 countdown of my favourite Sailor Moon episodes from the original anime. So, here we go. Number 10. A Bright Shooting Star, Saturn and the Messiah. Era 90 has brought upon the end and Sailor Saturn's ready to stop him, which means destroying herself and possibly the world. But Sailor Moon is determined to save her and everybody. So she tries to transform into Sailor Moon, but can't. And then we get the iconic scene of Sailor Moon pounding the ground and screaming, "Crisis makeup," but she can't do it. So the Sailor Soldiers lend Sailor Moon her power and she transforms into Super Sailor Moon, steps into the darkness and defeats Pharaoh 90 and emerges from the destructions, battered but undefeated, carrying baby Hotaru, and has this vacant look in her eyes, letting us all know who the Messiah really is. This episode cemented why Sailor Moon is the leader of the Sailor Senshi and why she is the true Messiah, because she was not willing to sacrifice anybody. She wanted to save everyone, the whole earth, and she did that. Number 9. True Love Awakens, the Maikaiju Secret. This episode marked the end of the Doomtree filler, which was my favourite for many reasons. Like, as far as all the filler goes in Sailor Moon, and there was quite a bit, It was fun. They had a little bit of drama going on, a lot of angst. It was just good. I just find them really, really fun, enjoyable episodes, you know. Ali and N, Alien, whatever those two little antagonists were. N, she tried it many times, and so did they. Just tried to get in the way of my OTP, so it was really fun hating them. And yeah, it was just cool. So what I liked about it was that in this episode, the tree decided to start talking again. The tree forced itself to talk, to say, look, you two kids have been fucking up and I can't take it anymore. So get yourself together. I don't need energy, I need love. So stop stealing energy from people and start loving each other and loving everyone else and build a better society. So yeah. Also, Alien, the two of them, it's called, that's their ship name, okay? Alien, they were redeemed. So that's why I think that Sailor Moon R, it stood for redemption, because damn near everyone in Sailor Moon R got redeemed in one way or the other. Number 8. The sparkling silver crystal, the Moon Princess appears. Oh, Arc 1. So this is the episode where it is revealed that Usagi is the Moon Princess and has been all this time. I remember watching this as a child, and I remember badgering my friend who introduced me to Sailor Moon, because she's Japanese and she knew all about Sailor Moon before it came to like UK TV. So I was always asking her like, okay, so what happens next? And she's like, well, Sailor Moon becomes the new Moon Princess. And I was like, Sailor Moon the Moon Princess? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, when she was revealed, I was screaming. I went to school the next day and I was like, oh my god, she is the Moon Princess. Oh my god, you were right. And she was like, of course I'm right. Like, I have it all on like video and everything. But yeah, this was so emotional because like Mamoru just got stabbed up by Zoisite and everything was being revealed, and it was just so, it was like a big plot twist, mind blown. It was like when Garnet was revealed to be a fusion, it's like people had the theories and everything but they weren't sure. So when it was finally confirmed, yeah, it was like, to me, it was like, I can't believe it. So yeah, that's why I love this episode. Lots of nostalgia. Even the dub, the song they used in the dub, I like that song. Like, I kind of rinsed it out when I was young. And was it heart moving in the sub, in the original? Was it Princess Moon? I forgot the song they did in the original Japanese one, but yeah, it was good too. And my OTP, Mamoru and Usagi, like, it really hurt my heart. Number 7, Naru's Cry, Nephrite Dies for Love. Nephrite was really like the only character that I can remember in Arc 1 of Sailor Moon, just classic Sailor Moon from the first season, who was redeemed. Nephrite was the only one I can remember being redeemed fully, and that was through his love and Naru's love that they had for each other. Like, this really, like, I can go back and watch this episode right now and I know I'm gonna start crying because it was just so emotional and so sweet. And Zoisite was just fucking up everybody. Like, I hated Zoisite so much in the original anime because he was just like killing love. It's like, you had a man, you had your own man, why were you killing off everyone else's man? Why are you trying to kill... See, this is exactly why Queen Beryl, yeah, did not like you in the end, because you kept on trying to murk everybody, yeah. Like, what's wrong with you, Zoe? Sorry, go away. But yeah, another reason I kind of have a gripe with this episode, but not a gripe, but more of a like, okay, the following episode, like 2 episodes afterwards, yeah, Luna ends up giving Sailor Moon the crescent moon stick, right? So it was like, where was this 2 weeks ago then, Luna? Because this would have been really helpful when it came to healing Nephrite. I see you. I see you, Luna. You're shady. You're shady. Number 6. The first 6 episodes of Sailor Moon Stars. Okay, I realize I'm kind of cheating here because it's like a whole cluster of episodes in this entry. So, bear with me here. Supers was so different than the source material of the Dream Arc. So different that I think this episode, or this cluster of episodes, may have been a way to appeal to manga readers, but I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't live in Japan, and I was a child at the time. So, I just thought this, because the Supers and the Dream Arc was so deviated so much, and it focused so much on Chibiusa, that's why a lot of people didn't like it. And I hope in the new Sailor Moon Crystal that they're gonna rectify some stuff, like I really do. But the first few episodes of Stars saw a return to Nehelania and dealing with that and putting all Sailor soldiers together. So all, like, 10 of them, yeah, all 10 of them, Chibiusa included, Hotaru back again, everybody just there to rumble with Nehelenia and rescue Mamoru and do what needs to be done. Another interesting thing about these groups, these few episodes, were the pairings. Like, they got separated and you saw unlikely pairs, unlikely duos paired off together. So you saw Uranus and Mercury having a good back and forth with each other. Neptune and Mars doing their own little thing. Venus and Pluto, and Jupiter by herself and Usagi by herself. But also Jupiter coming to Usagi's aid when she needed it. So that was really nice. And that's why I like these episodes. Also, Hotaru and Chibiusa together. And we get to see Sailor Saturn use some powers, because she doesn't really... Saturn's not really utilized as much as the other Sailor soldiers. So seeing her in action and, you know, getting her attacks going down was really, really nice. So that's why I love these groups of episodes. And I can't just, like, take out one and say this is my favourite from these ones, because they're all really great and you can't... They're all... This whole little filler, these blocks of episodes, just all work together in one sitting. So... that's why it made number 6 in the list. Number 5, the Sailor Senshi died, the tragic final battle, and Usagi's everlasting wish, a new reincarnation. So, for entry number 5, I decided to put the 2 final episodes of Arc 1 because they work so well together. So, in the first half, the Sailor Senshi die part, we see the 5 Sailor soldiers all go to the North Pole to finally face Queen Beryl and put an end to all of this. Just stomp out the Dark Kingdom, rescue Mamoru, and do what it needs to be done. The way how each of the Sailor soldiers were picked off by... what's their names again? The 5 girls? The 5 5 demon ladies, yeah, that Queen Beryl sent out, her sailor soldiers, right? Seeing how each of them got picked off by the 5 girls, the 5 demons, they all went down fighting in their own way. So, who was it? Jupiter was the first one to go. And she was hemmed up by all of them. But Jupiter took them out because one of them tried to use some type of electrical charge on her. And she was like, bitch, please, I'm Sailor Jupiter. How dare you use an electrical attack on me? Let me show you how lightning is supposed to work. So she just shot them back. And like, I think she took out one of them. Mercury, I think it was. And Mercury kind of sacrificed herself. She used her smarts and her little mini computer thing to analyze that the little crystal things on their heads was what she needed to aim to kill them off. So Mercury went out like a boss. Next, I think it was Venus, and Venus just head-topped one of them. She just put her finger to their head, just right there, and then crescent beam, and then the demon's true demon face was there, and she was like hissed, and she died. And then of course the last one was Mars, and Mars one was really, really like made me tear up a lot because Sailor Moon was begging like, oh, we're not strong enough, we just need to go back, all of our friends are dead, this is too much, this is too much. And Mars was like, no, we're gonna carry this out, we're gonna finish this out, let Ray just handle this. Yeah, so Ray kind of just bosses up and then goes in and just fire souls and kills them all, and Sailor Moon's just watching and looks at her, and it's just so, what a good episode. But at the end of that episode, all her friends kind of like look at Sailor Moon and lead her on, saying, you have to keep running, you're the only one who can stop them now, do your best, we're right here with you in spirit, we love you. And Sailor Moon just runs in the wasteland of the North Pole and does what needs to be done. And it was really sweet, and that's why that half really means a lot to me. And then you have the second half where Sailor Moon finally confronts Queen Beryl and Mamoru, who is, you know, all evil now. Confronts him, she heals him with the power of love and the little locket thing that she holds up to him. And it's really, really emotional, and Mamoru sacrifices himself to protect her from Queen Beryl's attack. And as Mamoru lays dying, Sailor Moon wants to kiss him, you know, but she stops herself because all her girls are gone and they died before they got to kiss the people they loved, and they didn't get to, you know, it's just really sad, and just shows that Sailor Moon is just so sweet that she even considers that she says, oh, they died all before they got to kiss their one true love, so I can't do that. I need to save them and save the whole entire world before I get to have that little piece of happiness, you know. I can't be happy unless they're happy. And then you have the big battle. Queen Metalia all hemmed up with Queen Beryl all merged together, and then all like Sailor Moon just takes her crystal and unleashes its power against Queen Beryl, and it's just epic. And then the Strength to Carry On / Moonlight Densetsu starts playing. Good times. It was just great. This is why it's one of my faves. I love this episode. Number 4, Uranus and Neptune's Death, the talisman appear. I love Neptune and Uranus together. Okay? So when they died, like, they sacrificed themselves. They knew that they had to put the mission, their duty, before anything else. Even before themselves and their love for each other. They died, and they were quick to do it in order to get the talismans and bring forth the Messiah, you know. It was so weird. When you compare, like, watching Crystal and watching the anime, you just realize, like, and the manga, how different it was, you know. So different. Because they already had their talismans with them. They didn't need the pure heart to be boomed. A lot of these entries have to do with people dying. Number 3, Protect Chibiusa, Clash of the 10 Warriors. When I say this episode is one of my faves, like, you understand why this is number 3, right? This episode starts out with Chibiusa feeling some type of way about being in the past. And she goes up on her own and talks with her Luna P-Ball, talking to Sailor Pluto. and Sailor Moon ends up overhearing and learns that Chibiusa is a princess from the future. Just there and then, the four Spectre sisters, I think we're calling them now, appear, and they want to take Chibiusa away. Of course, Sailor Moon's not having them, and transforms and says, "You are not doing anything to this little girl." The Spectre sisters are like, Miss Thing, you are outnumbered, okay? We'll hurt you too. And then in come the Sailor soldiers ready to fight. And they're like, bitch, outnumbered with what? This is a fair fight. Let's go. And then it goes down like you have, what's her name? Mars versus Coan. Then you have Mercury and Berthia. Jupiter versus Pets. And Venus versus the other one. I'm forgetting her name right now. But anyway, it was just a great battle. This scene was just so good. Everyone was matched out very perfectly. You have Coan and Mars creating this blue-red fire thing. Now, looking back at it, yeah, I realized that I was kind of tricked. They used a lot of illusions to make it seem like this fight was just the best fight ever. And it worked on me, trust. It still works now because there were a lot of still images going on, just like the fight, like they would cross each other and that was it. You never saw like fluid punch actual using of the magic or whatever. It was all like illusions and timed really nicely with the I Know Senshi song. It was just epic. It just made that whole scene work really, really nice. So that's why I love this episode so much. Like, I remember getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps now just thinking about that episode because of how well they did it to make you think that this fight going down was going to be just like... Then you have, what's his face? Rubius showing up and starts like blasting energy blast at Sailor Moon. And Sailor Moon's just like taking it. She's screaming. She has Chibiusa in her hands and she will not let go of her. She's getting flung against the wall and like I Know Senshi was a good song. It was even freaking She's Got the Power was kind of nice too. I'm not gonna lie, She's Got the Power was nice, but I Know Senshi like when I think back on it, that was the only episode I think that showed a big Senshi fight with the Team Evil. I don't think they did that again for Witches 5 or for the Amazon Quartet. They didn't do that. Where everyone was all teamed up and they had to like fight one-on-one against each other like in a big street battle rumble. Like, it wasn't like that. Save for the movies. The movies were the only time you get to see something like that, like a good fight scene. But Sailor Moon R, that episode, always be top 3, definitely. Number 2, Usagi's Love, The Moonlight Illuminates the Galaxy. Episode 200, the final episode of Sailor Moon. The one where we get to say goodbye, and all the episodes were leading up to this. So, Sailor Moon has done it. She's defeated the biggest of all biggest bads, Sailor Galaxia and Chaos. Now, the whole of Sailor Stars is completely different to the manga. And that's why I can't wait for Sailor Moon Crystal to finally go into Stars and we get to see it played out on screen, because it's just so different when you compare the two. I really like the way how the anime ended, especially the last scenes where it was just everyone was like celebrating their final victory and the Starlights are ready to go back home and everyone's just kind of chilling and everyone's just cool. It's just really, it was a really good way to end it. So Usagi and Mamoru are reunited finally and they are about to kiss underneath the light of the moon. Then you hear Usagi starts narrating saying, "My name is Usagi, I'm 16 years old, I'm a bit of a ditzy, clumsy girl. I have a secret and I'm Sailor Moon," you know? That was a throwback to the first season where she used to do that all the time, like, "My name's Usagi, I'm 14 years old." So to bring that back, we're just like, oh, we've come full circle now. Moonlight Densetsu starts playing. And after this whole Sailor Stars season featured the Sailor Stars theme. So we hadn't heard Moonlight Densetsu for that whole time until the very end. And I think having it play was just a nice way to, again, bring it full circle. And then you get this nice montage of Usagi with the inner soldiers and the outer soldiers and the starlights, and with I think Chibiusa, the cats, just everybody, and finally ending with Usagi and Mamoru kissing underneath the light of the moon, and it was just so beautiful. So this is a great way to end it. It's a great way to end it. Even like when the credits finally go and everything is done, and then it says, I think at the end it says thank you or goodbye, and then Sailor Moon forever. So it was like, oh, it was a nice way to end 200 long episodes. Well, wonderful episodes. So that's why it gets this entry. So pretend I'm Watch Mojo, and these are some honourable mentions. Number 1, Crybaby Usagi's magnificent transformation. This is the first episode that got us all watching Sailor Moon. We watched it and we were like, okay, this is interesting. This is unlike anything I've seen before. I'm interested in Usagi. I want to know if this crybaby, clumsy girl can really be a hero. And she was. And then she opened up the doors to, you know, all the modern day magical girls that we have now from Japan, you know, and in the West, you know. Wouldn't be no Winx Club, Witch, Steven Universe, Star versus the Forces of Evil, and other Western magical girls if it wasn't for Sailor Moon. Because she changed it up. Like, people weren't transforming and have a team of, you know, super girls if it wasn't for Sailor Moon. So anyways, that was the top 10. Goodbye. Let me take down these freaking dumpling heads now.